I'm okay. I just smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights Live, Woodwardsports.com. Your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris in the TD booth, as always. JB Smooth in the ones and twos. Hit the like button if you guys haven't already. Big show!
Big old show.
Do we give our reactions, right? We're allowed to do that again?
Yeah, what?
All over again?
Yeah.
I had a night to sleep on it. Feeling better. You? 2 hours. 2 hours of sleep on it.
Yeah, I slept for like
2 hours of sleep on it.
4 hours.
Are you feeling better off your 2 hours of sleep?
Yeah.
What
I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I wanted them to get a linebacker. I wanted them to get one of those guys. Jack Campbell's their guy. He's their guy. You know, you can't question it.
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs, I've talked about him before, about how fast he is and liking him. I thought he was more of a second-round pick, but, you know, the word on the street was New England was going to take him.
Yeah, as soon as 14.
Yeah.
I heard.
So
You were the one of us that was actually high on him.
I like Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, you were. And Jack Campbell.
Yeah.
Those are your guys.
I know.
I can't take credit for any of this.
I like both of them. I thought they were a little bit of a reach in the first round, but
so Cam didn't make it. Give this man his proper due credit.
I talked about Jahmyr Gibbs before, how I like him. He is a fast back. He's a pass-catching back. He's a guy that can do a lot of different things for the team. So we'll see what he's going to be used as a weapon. Obviously, there have already been talks about shopping DeAndre Swift or taking calls on DeAndre Swift. So we'll see what happens there. And if Jack Campbell, you know, his RAS scores were off the charts. Again, both of these guys I thought were going to be in the second round. But if Jahmyr Gibbs would have been off the board where they couldn't have got him at 18,
yeah,
you got to take your guy. And Brant Holmes was obviously very fired up when they took him. Did you see the video?
Yeah.
You should play that video, Chris. Yeah, of him in the war room.
Look at this. This dude is amped.
It's like
He's electric with the ball in his hands. He strings multiple cuts together in one run. And he's a heck of a player at Georgia Tech, and he doesn't cough it up. He's got really good ball security.
It's like when they drafted Penning, he had the same reaction. So obviously that was their guy, and they went out and got him. So
that poor old man got all of the Brad Holmes energy.
Yeah, Rob Wood.
Well, I was trying to look for Chris Spielman. Was he in the back of the room in that one or no?
He was probably in there somewhere. He's a low-key guy.
Yeah.
He probably didn't want to be on camera.
That's the thing. Is like he's kind of deserved some leeway here. We've all, like, this entire offseason have used the phrase, he's got my whole trust, and Brad Holmes we trust. Everyone on every single show, I feel like, has had that same sentiment. Is there anyone that didn't? Like,
No. I think everybody has come to terms with it. And like we said, man, this guy is owed some, like you said, some leeway. He gets a longer leash because of what he's been able to do in this draft.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got 3 picks in the second round. So I'm excited to see what he gets. There's a lot of talent still on the board. You look at Joey Porter Jr., Osiris Torrance, Steve Avila, Jalen Hyatt. There's a lot of people, Keanu Benton, that will be available to the Lions. So I'm excited to see what they can do.
Yeah, I mean, you already kind of said it, and we already played the video, but just his excitement. If we trust in the way we do, and you see that man that excited, and like you said earlier too, Pages were planning on taking him at 14. There's just like validation that there was like a higher. Gibbs is higher on Gibbs is higher on boards than we all think. I actually heard something that people had Devin Witherspoon as like the best DB out of the draft in like the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, he's pretty highly rated. So,
which like I don't think any of us seen it as that.
Seattle's building another Legion of Boom.
Yeah,
and Legion of Zoom. Those receivers.
Yeah,
Seattle's gonna be good next year, man.
Yeah, who won the draft last night?
I think so. We have.
Is that a topic?
Mel Kiper's biggest winners and losers.
Okay.
From from the draft night.
Love
The first
hair.
winner.
What's Spinny's biggest winner?
My biggest winner was Houston.
Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah, they put their dick on the table.
That's impressive, man.
Put their nuts
what
on
they
the
went up
table.
and did, they got their quarterback for the future. They got my number one prospect in the draft in Will Anderson, and I think they're making some moves. I called this months ago. I said Houston's going to be worst to first, and because I liked some of the signings they made, I figured they were going to get a quarterback, and now they got your best quarterback in the draft, my best player in the draft, in Will Anderson.
Yeah.
And they're going to be good next year. They're going to be good. Maybe not enough to beat Jacksonville out for the division, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them win 9-10 games next year.
Yeah, someone said at the draft party last night. I don't remember who it was. By the way, shout out to everybody who attended the Woodward Sports draft party brought to you by Circus Sportsbook. That was
lit.
That was dope.
Yeah, it was good.
It's dope to be in a room full of people who, support you.
Yeah.
Support you and just rock with you just in general. That was dope. A lot of free drinks. The drinks were flowing. The boys feeling good.
Oh, yeah.
I asked Maz, did we sound drunk on the live stream? He said, yeah, you guys were slurring a little bit. Just a little bit. But he said we were good. We were good. So, hey.
Amen.
Hey, that's all that matters. But, what the hell was I getting to? I don't even remember. A lot of people were dissing somebody.
Winners and losers.
Yeah, apologize. Eagles.
Eagles are the number one winner
Eagles.
for Mel Kiper.
And I didn't, I don't know, is it on here yet? Okay, cool. At 56, we're going to talk about it, but Jalen Carter, that's obviously who we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
We thought we'd get. You obviously, you would understand that you're number one on the big board.
Yeah. But Jalen Carter is my number 2.
Yeah. And opportunity was there, and they passed up on him.
Mm-hmm.
And the Detroit Lions weren't the only team, which made me feel a little bit more comforting about it. And do I save this for that? I'll save this for the topic.
Yeah, say this for that topic.
I'll say this for the topic.
They do have the Eagles as the biggest winner, though.
Yeah, that's my biggest winner. Eagles.
Number 2, they got the Seahawks.
Number 2 are the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's JSN and Weatherspoon.
Yeah.
And then 3 is
Ravens.
Ravens?
Yeah.
Who the Ravens get?
Zay Flowers.
And who else?
Just Zay Flowers.
How over the Texans?
And Antonio Brown.
That's not real, is it?
No, I was just joking.
I know. I saw him post that, but the
Hold
Texans are Mel's second biggest loser.
This guy. Ow.
He says, well, the Houston front office can keep a secret. General manager Nick Cassero kept the pick of Stroud under lock and key. 2 weeks ago, I thought he was definitely going to the Texans. Recently, though, I heard a ton on them passing on a quarterback in the top 5 and going with edge rusher. On draft day, they did both. The Texans have made back-to-back stunning moves, first taking Stroud and then trading up for Anderson with the Cardinals. They gave up a ton in the process. Picks number 11 and 33 in this draft, along with a first and third rounder in 2024. In return, they get Anderson and pick 105. In a vacuum, I love the prospects they added. Yes, Stroud is my third-ranked passer, but I had him number 5 overall on my big board. He was just behind Will Levis in my positional rankings. Yeah, who's the biggest loser? Will Levis was your number 1 quarterback. He's still on the board.
Yeah, you fucking turd.
Idiot.
Why the fuck are we listening to this? All right, sorry.
Anderson had outstanding sack production in college and could rack up 10 sacks per season. The reason I wrote in a vacuum there is because of the haul Houston had to give to move up. This is a roster that needs a ton of help, so are we sure that 2024 first rounder couldn't end up being top 5 again? Houston no longer has a second round pick in this draft. That's why I'm putting Houston in the head scratching category, even though I'm hedging a little bit. I like the players, but I don't love the trade for the team that is still rebuilding.
Brother.
Brother,
Would you give up your second round pick to have Will Anderson on your football team?
yeah, I would.
You would? Would you draft Will Anderson with your second round pick?
I would.
How?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I saw it. Maz showed me that, and he said, yeah, Houston's their second. The Lions were his first biggest loser.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, it felt that way for a minute.
It did.
It felt that way for a minute. Not gonna lie.
But Houston at number 2 is
Wild.
that's wild, dude.
Wild.
They got 2 of the top 5 prospects in the draft.
Was
And you're
this,
saying they're the second biggest loser?
yeah.
Because they didn't draft Will Levis?
That's his gripe is Will Levis.
I mean, that's got to be it. Like,
yeah, because he looks stupid.
he said Will Levis is his number 1 quarterback. He said that for a while.
Ever. Yeah.
Bro's still on the fucking board. Like, get over yourself, man.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Will Levis. There was a conversation that Russ either we had on Twitter or we had while he was on the show, but there were traits of Will Levis that like shined, you know, that you liked. It's just not consistent enough to like make him a pick or something you trust or have faith in.
And obviously the Lions were number 1 on his loser list.
Yeah.
Which is can't be mad at.
What does he say about that? I had the same stuff right here, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
He said, I thought I would like the Lions class when they traded down from number 6 at the time. They owned picks 12, 18, 34, 48, and 55, but I don't get these 2 choices. Let's start with Gibbs, a multi-dimensional player who racked up receptions for the Crimson Tide. Look who else was on the board at 12, though. One of the quarterbacks, Christian Gonzalez, Emmanuel Forbes, or Deontay Banks, or edge rusher Nolan Smith made more sense to me. Yes, Detroit has a bunch more picks on day 2, but it could have found a running back there instead of a number 12. As for Campbell, it's a reach of 40 spots in my rankings. He's my 3rd ranked inside linebacker. I thought he'd go in the middle of round 2. Instead, when we talk about positional value, both of these positions are not usually prioritized in the first round, so this makes the very definition of a head scratching. It's funny. The funny thing is I had pegged Campbell to Detroit at number 48 in my 2-round mock a couple of weeks ago. There were much better players available when Detroit took him.
It's all perception.
He's just such a pussy, dude. Like, he just gets mad because, like, his shit's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be wrong, bro. You're wrong every year. Everybody's wrong every year on mock drafts. It's not an exact science. Because Will Levis is on the board, because Jack Campbell didn't go super late, he's all butthurt.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's literally what it is.
I mean, to put the Texans in there after what they did is kind of like that's the wild one for me. Like I can see everyone perceiving the Detroit Lions draft as like biggest losers because at one point I was kind of perceiving that myself.
Yeah, I'm not mad that he put him there, but like,
yeah,
he just does that shit out of spite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, they didn't take who I thought they were gonna take.
And he's like openly a Baltimore Ravens fan, as I am an open Detroit Lions fan, but to have the Ravens there as a winner for just drafting Zay Flowers, and then Texans
he put him as a winner because because of Lamar Jackson and Odell Beckham Jr.
Brother, that's free agency.
Yeah, like how did they win round 1?
How'd they win the draft? With something they did in free agency. That's the whole. This man's losing his goddamn mind.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna continue on the show.
We're definitely gonna break down these 2 picks.
Yes, we are. I had a night again. 2 hours of sleep on the Jahmyr Gibbs pick, 2 hours of sleep on the Jack Campbell pick. It's crazy because last night I was like, I'm going to flip-flop. I'm going to pull Adam. All due respect. Shout out to Adam. Love him. Shout out to Adam for TD in the whole entire night.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most highly coveted guys like on the mic, and he sat back and he played Chris.
Yeah.
And, got to click the buttons, and there's a big sacrifice for him.
Yeah, he's the man. He's the man.
Adam's definitely the man.
And he's buying his pizza.
He's buying his pizza. Shout out.
Because we are doing round 2 live show. From here. It's going to be live on woodwardsports.com.
Yes, sir.
We're going to cut our show a little bit early so we can get everything set up. But it's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot to talk about. Obviously, we're going to break down the Lions picks on our show. And we're going to talk about Jalen Carter, Brad Holmes, whole bunch of stuff. But first, let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm. Because Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will be on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800
Stay out.
That's 1-800
Stay out.
right now and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy, better sleep, blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
We are the Woodward Heavyweights. Shout out to Chris, shout out to JB. All right, man. Time to get to the nitty-gritty.
Yes.
Hit the like button. 5-star review podcast platforms. But we're here to talk about Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs, man.
Detroit Lions traded back to 12.
Yeah.
I just came across an article that says they were comfortable with making that pick at 6. Yeah.
What?
Detroit Lions were comfortable with taking Jahmyr Gibbs at 6.
Damn.
This NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reports Lions would have been comfortable. Jet Jahmyr Gibbs at 6. Detroit originally held the 6th pick, but traded back to 12 to Arizona. Sorry, I'm trying to burp while saying this. Apologize. The move netted the Lions a 34th pick and a 5th-round selection. Though they added the 81st pick to get the deal done. Gibbs was considered an option for teams near the end of the first round by most draft pundits. Pundits, not GMs, draft pundits. Detroit taking him as early as they did was shocking enough. It's even more surprising to hear that they would have, if they had not traded out, they would have been comfortable taking him at 6.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy. That means he would have gone before
Bijan.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you look at him, you look what he brings. It's a weapon. The man is an absolute weapon. He is a very patient runner. You talked about that in the back, how he's got that Le'Veon Bell-esque running style a little bit where he sits, he waits for his hole, and then takes it. He's extremely fast. As I've talked about him before. I talked about him in the second round, but he is extremely fast, brings a lot of speed, a great pass catcher. He can be used in multiple different facets, different areas. We had Kirk Herbstreit was on Pat McAfee, and he compared him to Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara type of player. So if that's what you're getting, if you told me we just drafted Christian McCaffrey at 12, if you told me we just drafted Alvin Kamara at 12, I'm extremely happy with it. So they're going to use this guy as a weapon. A lot of people are throwing around Deebo Samuel, like for his ability to catch the ball, his route running ability. You can use him equally, spread out wide as you can coming out of the backfield. So I'm excited to see what Ben Johnson could do with that kind of guy. Like the Lions' backfield went from DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams to David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Wow.
That's a vast improvement. A vast improvement. And no hating on Swifty. Like Swifty, he's a baller too, but he's just rarely healthy.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's not the similar scenario with Jahmyr Gibbs. Hopefully they can use him as the weapon that he is. I'm excited to see what he can do, man. I'm excited to see what he can do. I'm not going to say I love the pick because I don't, but I'm not mad at it. I trust in Brad Holmes, and if that's their guy, they got their guy. And now everybody can shut up on, oh, he sucks. You don't take a running back. You don't do blah, blah, blah. Let him play some games first before you start saying if it's a bad pick or not.
Yeah, that's what it ultimately comes down to for me, too, is like we got to see this thing play out. I think that the draft strategy of it even happening kind of just leans a little bit towards the fact that they're planning on contending this year.
Yes.
Like these are two guys that are going to jump into their roles and possibly, I don't know. Okay, pros, cons. All right. Pros of Jahmyr Gibbs, shout out to my guy Marvin over at Dispo because I wasn't a big fan of Jahmyr Gibbs' pick. That's the Cardinals sin. You don't take running backs in round 1. Mm-hmm. My number one Cardinals sin over that is tight ends. That's got to start becoming a thing too. I think it actually is. 2 running backs last night, only 1 tight end. But nonetheless, the kids, you watch them play, as you said, the patience is there. Mm-hmm. And you speak of the patience of like Le'Veon Bell, who was one of the premier running backs in the NFL at one point, one of the highest paid because of that too. He sat out a year and still became one of the highest paid. The patience of a Jamal Charles, I think, was one that Lucas and them brought up too. But that's the comp. or Alvin Kamara. I see the Alvin Kamara because like they kind of like look like each other.
And they both played at Alabama.
Yeah, like they got
before
the
Kamara
short
transferred
dreads.
to Tennessee, he was at Alabama.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the patience to like again the top 5 offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
This is an offensive line that helped Jamal Williams. All due respect, Jamal Williams.
Yes.
Break Barry Sanders' record
And rush for 1,000 yards.
Rush for 1,000 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, as patient as he is, to wait for a hole behind that elite level of offensive line, which, by the way, still might get an upgrade tonight in the second round. Cyrus Torrance on the board.
Torrance and Avila.
Yeah.
The 2 best guards in the draft are still on the
And
board.
if they don't, there's that guy from UCLA.
Yeah, Antonio Mafi.
Antonio Mafi. Mafi gang.
Mafi gang.
Mafi Mafia. But ahead of that, though, or back to like the Jahmyr Gibbs pick, is the patience to sit behind that line and the explosiveness. You said it weeks and weeks and weeks before the first round happened. He makes fast people look not so fast.
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs ran a 4.36. Jahmyr Gibbs moves in space. That's what was impressive with me watching him today. Again, shout out to Marvin because I was negative. He was like, "What do you mean? Like, look at this." And I was like, "You're kind of right."
His highlights are fire, man. He is explosive in space. He is dangerous with the ball in his hands, and that is just another weapon to give to Ben Johnson.
Oh yeah,
my lord. Like, hey, my lord.
My lord.
and Ben Johnson is going to get the best out of him. Like, the guy is a fucking wizard. So I'm excited to see what he can do on this team. I'm excited to see what he can do in this offense. We've already talked about, Jared Goff is at his best when he has an elite running game. And now with the Lions' offensive line, with what we already know David Montgomery is and what we expect Jahmyr Gibbs to be, it looks like they're going to have an elite running game for Jared Goff to work off of.
It's like the speed point too is like he almost dictates just the flow of like even defenders because like he's in one spot but he's so quick and agile to move out of it and still be explosive like from that movement. Like in this draft class, players to make big time plays from anywhere on the field, Jahmyr Gibbs is one of them.
Yes.
You kind of think that way of any fast player. Bijan was probably the other one. Maybe Hyatt
probably, yeah.
Like outside of those 3.
Hyatt's still out there too.
Hyatt's out there as well. Those are like the 3 like big play, big splash guys. And you got one.
You got one of them.
You got one with my lord, Ben Johnson as well.
Yeah.
Now to the cons of it, obviously you don't like the draft value of a running back in the first round. You don't like passing up on someone we're going to talk at 556 and Jalen Carter. And the other one, like on field, is you guys know that I'm high on David Montgomery. I think David Montgomery had a chance to like be one of the league leaders in either rushing yards and or touchdowns. Again, going back to the stuff we said about Jamal Williams, I would like him to have the ball a little bit too.
Yeah.
But this kid obviously taking 12. The Lions, according to Tom Pelissero, comfortable taking him as early as 6. Maybe he's the starter. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I think David Montgomery would still be the starter.
Because that's the other part too. Is like, okay, did we draft this kid at 12 to be? Because you're paying David Montgomery $6 million, right? If I'm not mistaken.
$6 million.
Jahmyr Gibbs, I'm not 100% familiar with this contract. I want to say it's like 3 or 4 or something like that.
I think probably somewhere around there. Yeah.
It's I don't know. What we paying David Montgomery for if this guy was always a target for you?
I understand that, but also like we always heard like both running backs on the field at the same time. We talked about this like 2 weeks ago when we're like, you hear them all talking, oh, you can play both of these guys on the field at the same time.
Yeah.
Now you really can, and it's not like in the backfield. Like you can line Jahmyr Gibbs up at the slot. You can have him come out of the back. He is not just simply a running back. He is a playmaker. So you get the ball in his hands any way possible. And they're going to scheme up some things for this kid. I don't know if he did any returns at Alabama, but seeing him on punt return, that could be pretty fucking dangerous.
That's true too. Special teamer as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to talk about next time with Jack Campbell, special teamer as well. Chris, what you want to say?
Yeah, Spencer's kind of getting to my question with this, and it's, do you think that with everything that happened with the receivers in this offseason so far, you think of losing Chark and having to replace Chark with Marvin Jones, then also getting into the J-Mo suspension, we've heard a lot about Gibbs' ability to be in the slot and to be more than just a running back or receiver, like Spencer said. So how much do you think that what's happened to the Lions receiving core this offseason played a role in Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes perhaps wanting this guy even more?
I don't think too much, honestly, because again, you look at the offseason, they signed David Montgomery to $6 million a year. That's I don't want to say too hefty, but that's a nice chunk of change. And then you're paying him first round money too. I don't think that the offseason plans led into this pick. And you also look at the fact that the Patriots were willing to take him at 14. This guy was higher on boards than draft pundits intended. It's just a matter of the truth by GMs. And Brad Holmes kind of said it last night. We were listening, driving back to the crib, and
I don't give a fuck about your mock drafts.
Yeah, straight out. He's like, all due respect to all the work these guys put in, but we do more.
I was gonna say that was a good Brad Holmes, but it went a little Obama-y.
Did go a little Obama there.
Yeah.
Do you got good Brad Holmes in you?
I don't. We've been researching these guys a lot. We really like them. I don't care about your mock drafts or your positional value. We're going to take a guy. It's our guy. We like him. We're going to take him there.
Sound like Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Little Bomby too there.
Yeah.
Little Bomby meets Spinny.
Bomby. Spinny Bomba.
Anybody else want to take a whack at it?
You want to take a shot?
I don't even want to attempt it because I know
Hey,
it's
boss.
going to sound terrible.
Chris, you want to try? Try your best Brad Holmes?
I've honestly never heard this man speak, so I'm going to just go, my balls is hot.
Okay.
All right.
That's
nice.
fair.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you,
Just
Chris.
a quote from another black man. Yeah. My balls was hot.
I'm going to open a poll while we go to break. I want to see what Detroit Lions fans are currently tuned in, what they're thinking. I want updated grades on the Jahmyr Gibbs having after a night of sleep, because it does feel a little bit better. And I think I already made this point too. It feels like they have intentions of contending. Like, this is a guy they're going to put in right away. It's not something you have to wait on. I think we spoke to that too. I don't know if it was yesterday or just in the beginning of the week, but like Jameson Williams was something you had to wait on because of the ACL.
Yeah.
Pascal was something you had to wait on because of the hip. Levi, something you had to wait on.
Still waiting. Well, actually, he played. He played a little bit, yeah. He was good, too, when he played.
The James Mitchell.
Yep.
Something you had to wait on. Like, those were the type of, seeds Brad Holmes was planting in the previous drafts. This one, so far.
These are 2 day one starters.
Yeah.
Or day one contributors.
And, at the end of the day, I always say this, too, because I always try to dismiss the positional value, which Brad Holmes did, too. He said, fuck your positional value. I'm taking who I like. And that's what he did. Literally. Took running back on offense. He took the perceived running back of defense. My perceived running back of defense.
Yeah.
And which all could be the QB2, which we can get to with Jack Campbell.
Jack Campbell's he's gonna get the green dot eventually.
Oh,
for sure.
For sure. Without a doubt.
They call him Captain Jack for a reason. Like, everybody talks about how smart he is, how he can read plays, and we're going to get into Jack Campbell, but Jahmyr Gibbs, man, I'm excited for him. He's an electric factory, dude. You put the ball in his hands, and it's like, watch out. So now you got 2 of those with him and Jameson Williams when JMO comes back. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra first down, sure-handed, can do everything. David Montgomery, consummate professional, great running back, strong, tough runner, can also catch the ball pretty well. So with that offensive line and Jared Goff, who is a very good distributor of the ball.
Yeah.
He gets the ball in the hands of his weapons, and he can make it happen. So I'm excited to see what this offense is going to look like next year for sure. And if you're excited for Strawberry Fest, you don't have to wait any longer because it's back at Big Boy. Strawberry Fest is back at Big Boy. Try the classic breakfast menu items like some strawberry hotcakes or mouth-watering red velvet waffle. If you're not feeling breakfast, try the strawberry bacon chicken wrap or cool off with their refreshing summer splash salad. And don't forget to grab dessert, including their berry delicious classic strawberry pie, deep fried vanilla Oreos, or strawberry hot fudge cake, and more at Big Boy. We'll be right back and break down the Lions' second pick, Captain Jack.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, one for you, one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Let one of our talented, award-winning stylists make you look handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll go to find the cleanest salons in the D, with spotless, sanitized rooms and trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals so they beat all competitors by
$5.
$5.
Wow.
You can use that $5 to pick up Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Caltan, or Swedish Beauty Lotions.
I will.
ChiliPeppersTanning.com, the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans. Y'all know where to go. It's
ChiliPeppersTanning.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy Joe, my guy Spinball Rex.
What up, though?
We got young Chris, JB Smooth. We had to say what we had to say about Jahmyr Gibbs. I think we got that out the way. And by the way, too, if you're a guy who, again, positional value like Brad Holmes, like I just dismiss it.
I'm cool with that. Like,
yeah, get a guy.
I trust Brad Holmes as a talent evaluator. I trust Brad Holmes as someone who can identify good players. So if he's saying fuck positional value, I'm gonna get my guy. I'm cool with that. Like, I guarantee nobody in the Rams organization was sick that he drafted Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
Like, it's, you know, the guy has an eye for talent coming out of collegiate ranks. So I have faith in him. And if these are his guys, they're his guys. And they're our guys now.
Yeah.
Like it or not, they're Detroit Lions, and they're going to be. I have faith that they're both going to be good. Like, I don't know how good, but they're both going to be good players.
I just need you to trust me. That's all.
That's
Please.
good. That's a good drop. That's a perfect time to drop. Interesting. Yeah, that's one with 2. You know, Brad Holmes likes him. Brad Holmes, better talent evaluator than us. Brad Holmes, the guy who sought out and found Aaron Donald, reportedly, that's what's reported, that he's the one. Fuck positional value. I say it all the time. Like, if you go back to the draft class of Ed Reed or Troy Polamalu, they'd be a top 3 pick as a safety. And that's a cardinal sin. You don't take safeties at that point. But if you have a guy you think is going to be great, or is a surefire to be good, even if it's 4 years, people are making that argument too. Oh, it's 4 years, blah, blah, blah. Like, the Lions they can't just keep a guy after, like, the 5th year in franchise. Like, yeah, they continue to franchise him, but, like, that's, you can't force them to. Dominic Sue, perfect example. Detroit Lions wanted to bring him back. They got outbidded by a state with no state tax in Florida, Miami. Like, that can happen to any player. Don't give me don't draft him because you can only have him for 4 to 5 years. That can happen with literally every single fucking player. They don't have to spend their life in Detroit as a Detroit Lion.
That's what happens, man. It's a business. It's
a business, man. And if, again, maybe it's something I say for Monday, but maybe a sign of a little bit of commitment to Jared Goff here too. We will carry on.
We can carry on.
We'll talk about.
I feel that a little bit too, honestly.
I feel a little bit too.
But we got to talk about Jack Campbell.
Yes, sir.
Captain Jack.
Lay it on me.
He has one of the best raw athletic scores out of a linebacker in a long time. There's the pick from him. I'm trying to find this where it showed his scores, but he was graded as elite in every category except for his 40 time. Here, I got it right here. He's his height was elite, his weight was elite, didn't bench. His vertical and his broad jump both elite. His 40-yard dash wasn't. It was 4.65, but his 20-yard split and his 10-yard split are both elite, and that's what I care more about. Is a 20-yard and a 10-yard split from a linebacker than a 40. If Jack Campbell's running 40 yards,
it's not good.
It's not good. It means the play is broken.
Yeah, not ideal.
And his shuttle and his 3-cone were also graded elite. I think he had one of the fastest 3-cone drill for a linebacker in a long time, and that's important. That's more important than straight line drive speed for a linebacker. Is sideline to sideline speed, change of direction, quick, shifting your hips, and he is. Uncle Neil Soft says it right. He's a freak. He is a freak. He is a big, fast, strong linebacker. I called it. I said he's a Dan Campbell guy.
You did.
And I'm excited to see what he can do because I love linebackers. Like, I understand they're a dying breed and they're not appreciated as much in the NFL today, but like 3 of my top 5, top 10 favorite players of all time are linebackers. My favorite player in the NFL right now is a linebacker, and like it's Fred Warner.
Yeah.
And I hope this guy can become something great. I have a feeling he's going to be a very good linebacker, but I hope he can become something great. He's got all the measurables. He's got the athleticism. He's got the speed. And he's got a defense now that he's going to take over. It's going to be his, as like we said, he's going to get the green dot. Obviously, Aiden Hutchinson, he's going to be the face of the defense. You got the secondary full of dogs. Anzalone was a great leader for this team. Malcolm.
That's Philly. Philly got a team full of dogs.
Literally full of bulldogs, which is crazy, which I want to talk about later. But this guy, Jack Campbell, is your prototypical
traditional
linebacker, and he looks like he is going to be the captain of this team. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised for him to get the green dot. Probably not next year, but the year after that.
Yeah, and one of my knocks on him, and I've had like these knocks like early, and I was the only one too. It's shortly after, like Braylon followed suit too. Is like look at Jack Campbell and the build.
Yeah,
and it doesn't translate to any successful linebackers or elite linebackers at the NFL level currently. But then you see something like this, because you already mentioned it. Chris, you want to throw this thing up? Your favorite player in the league right now is who? Fred
Warner.
Here's the RAS scores comparisons from Jack Campbell and Fred Warner. Jack Campbell actually, if I'm not mistaken, is he graded higher?
He's graded higher.
Am I reading this correctly?
Yeah.
This is nuts. The only thing he didn't do obviously looks like the bench, but the height he's got him beat. The weight
he's got him beat. The crazy thing is the broad jump and shuttle. Like that's like pure athleticism. It's shuttle time and a broad jump, and he beat him in both.
A little slower in the 3-cone, but there it is. That the thing I've been asking for, but
no, his 3-cone's better.
What is it?
Yeah, 6.74.
6.74. Oh, I'm looking at score. 6.7, 6.9. Yeah, you're right. I was looking at score as like the measurement.
Oh yeah.
But this is what I've been asking for. I've been asking for the pro comp. But who has? What Stephen A. say? The unmitigated gall.
Yeah.
The balls, the cojones, to make the pro comp to arguably the best linebacker in the game today, in Fred Warner.
Who does that?
Not arguably. He is the best linebacker.
The best linebacker.
Yeah.
Well, you're a little biased here, but I have no.
I mean, it's
argument.
either him or Roquan Smith.
Sure.
I'm putting him though. Bobby's still out there.
Is that a
cracking skulls too?
Is that a? Are we allowed to do that?
Yes. When you are the first linebacker taken off the board, you should get comped to the best linebacker in the NFL right now.
But do you see it? Like in anything that you've seen on tape?
I don't see him being no. But I didn't see Fred Warner being Fred Warner coming out of college. Like this dude can become a beast. He can become a beast. It's impressive. Blade No Icewood says, no offense, Campbell is fast to be 6'5", 240 and white. That's true, bro. He is a giant white dude who's fast as fuck and athletic as fuck. Like, it's crazy. He is a freak, man. So that's what they did. They went out there and got 2 guys on both sides of the ball that are just freaks.
And then beyond that, too, I was listening to a linebacker coach. I love him. I can't think of his name right now, though. Help me. Somebody. Detroit Lions linebacker coach. Coach Shep. And he's talking about, like, when they were on interviews, like, Zoom calls or whatever, phone calls with guys like Luke Van Ness, who was also a top 15 pick, and this actually went before Jack Campbell to the Packers, if I'm not mistaken. And they felt that he spoke more glowingly about Jack Campbell, part of that defense, than himself. So it's more than just
Luke Van Ness spoke more glowingly of him?
Yeah, of Jack Campbell. Because, like you said before the break,
yeah.
Captain Jack,
man.
He's Captain Jack. And you said it last night, and I was trying to like pump the brakes on it because I just don't feel comfortable making these comps to Fred Warner. And last night, Luke Kuechly came up.
Yeah, I said Leighton Vander Esch just based off the size.
Yeah.
I said that's like his floor.
But like, there's that leader in the defense. And the linebacker position's like widely regarded traditionally in NFL defense as like the quarterback of your defense.
Yeah.
With last year for the Lions, it was supposed to be the safeties because of the way our linebacker room was looking at the time, you know. But we have that now in Jack Campbell, and he clearly shows that leadership. That's one of the things that Shep spoke to too, as well, is like when they had the interview with him, it was more than just him.
Yeah.
It was AG, it was Dan Campbell, it was Brad, and having that interview at the top 30 visit, or it was the combine, whichever it was. They're like, damn, that's it's gonna be pretty hard to top.
Yeah, man.
And they've made a clear point in taking guys. They hear Brad Holmes tell himself, FBI, football intelligence, and we were trying to identify who had that. You know, they heard when Dan Campbell was like, we like 4 guys a lot.
Yeah.
We didn't know who those 4 guys were. That's the part we're missing in these. I don't want to say.
Obviously, Gibbs and Campbell were 2 of them.
Yeah.
I had Campbell in mind, but I'm sure Devin Witherspoon was also one, because I think
for
they
sure.
would have made that pick.
I heard that was like
If you
they were
didn't get
upset.
picked.
Yeah.
I'd be upset too.
But we're missing that in our analysts. Like we don't get to sit and have conversations with these kids. We don't get to hear like where their pure intentions coming from, what they're truly driven by, their passion for the game. That's the part like we don't get. We just go off these numbers pretty much and tape. We want to sit down in the room, and Jack Campbell has that about him as well. So there's that. The athleticism. Here's the concept I have for him is like for a big guy, because he is a 6'5", 6'4",
6'5".
Fast for 6'4", boy.
Dude, it's like a 4'6", being 6'4", 250 pounds. Wow, man, like that's like I said, the 4'6", 40 is great.
Yeah.
I don't care about 40 times for anybody other than a receiver and a running back. The 10-yard and 20-yard splits are staggering.
Yeah.
The broad jump, the shuttle, and the 3-cone are staggering, and those are pure tests of athleticism. So this guy he's a freak. I said it already a couple times. Like, freak elite. You're gonna see him flying around the field.
We're gonna break the cons. I want to say was like, given the athletic traits and size on tape, when we see him make the contact both on blockers and tackles, I don't see like the
thump, the nasty.
You know what I'm saying, that you would expect from somebody that big, that athletic and hopefully explosive. But hey, we're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out.
We gonna see.
We after we come back from break, we want you guys to call in. Tell us how you're feeling about these 2 picks. Tell us what you guys are thinking about Jahmyr Gibbs and Jack Campbell, the newest Detroit Lions. So somebody throw that number in the chat. I'd do it, but I can't remember it ever. So let me tell you guys about SMA first, because SMA, or the Sports Marketing Agency, helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, make sure you head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With 4-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry. Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy, Eazy Joe, my guy, Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
We got young Chris in the TD booth, JB Smooth. Before we went to break, we kind of talking about the Jack Campbell pick. Before then, we were talking about Jahmyr Gibbs, and I obviously had open invitation if anybody wanted to call in. But before we did any of that, too, or while we wait for the calls to levy in, I did want to talk about hitting the like button, 5-star review.
5-star reviews, and make sure you tune in. We're going live for the second round right here, WoodwardSports.com. It's gonna be hype. It's gonna be exciting. I'm ready for it. We're gonna have all the boys are gonna be in it.
Yeah, Booner.
Me, you, Booner, Flannel, Lucas.
It's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
But in all seriousness, though, my tone did change from the typically uplifting radio voice I try to use sometimes.
Yeah. Hello, welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights.
It's the
War Bonds.
It's the guy we wanted in the draft.
Yeah.
You and I.
Yeah.
A guy the Detroit Lions had opportunities to take in the draft. And it was Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter. Sucks.
That's the part that hurts. And like there was some like validation of it being a headache or something that like not a lot of people wanted to deal with. But then you see the organization he went to, and it's the Philadelphia Eagles who've been fucking killing it.
Yeah.
They've been, what, 2 Super Bowls in 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
With Howie Roseman?
Was it 5 years ago? With the first?
I mean,
it's recently.
But still, yeah, it's still recent history, you know. With different coaches, almost like different quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
A guy who's tailor-made that roster. You look at the success of that roster, the strengths of it was the defense. I'd start with the defensive line, although the secondary too, which the Lions did that part. And then you move on to the offensive line. It's something the Detroit Lions have. And you could say Jalen Carter's a knucklehead. You could say Jalen Carter's something to be scared of. But you see like the second league leading organization, because Kansas City Chiefs are number 1.
Yes.
Partly because of Patrick Mahomes is a motherfucking man.
Yes.
But the second league leading organization, as of recent as last year, as the Philadelphia Eagles, and they're okay to take him.
Mm-hmm.
It had to have been okay to take him, no?
It had to have been okay.
I mean,
they're in a situation though where they can take a risk like that. I mean, so are the Lions, but you look at how their defense is structured, it's very inviting to Jalen Carter and welcoming to Jalen Carter. They have great vets with guys like Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham on that defensive line. They've got 4 Bulldogs now. 4 players from arguably the best collegiate defense in recent memory, with now Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, and they have already Nakobe Dean and Jordan Davis. So there's a lot of people, he's going to get a lot of support from that locker room, both from the vets and from his boys that he already knows, and that probably helped him along at Georgia. So yeah, I'm upset. I would have liked to see Jalen Carter in Detroit. I've been preaching it for like 6 months now, like since the 3rd week of the season. But man, it is what it is. I wish him the best. I think he's gonna have a great career.
Yeah, I think so too.
We'll see what happens.
I think actually, you know, here's one point I'll give Brad some leeway, is that like I've heard this time and time again. I think this is something we mentioned too, maybe a couple weeks leading into the draft, but like, you know, part of the fact you didn't hear a lot of these knucklehead things about Jalen Carter. First and foremost, actually, I don't think we heard any of it until draft time. I don't think anybody heard that he was like an asshole or any of that kind of stuff until you put the magnifying glass on him. But beyond that, 2021, the situation that we've seen where he was trying to fight the Missouri players or whatever's going on, that didn't happen in the years that Jordan Davis is there as a leader in the locker room. It didn't happen in the year that Nakobe Dean was there, a leader in the locker room. And that's just something like the Detroit Lions maybe don't have in the defensive side of the locker room yet. Maybe Jack Campbell and Hayden Hutchinson soon become that. But the Eagles literally had Nakobe Dean, Jordan Davis in the locker room to help tame and maintain him and keep him like on the straight and narrow. So maybe it was like the only or the perfect fit for him because of that. But God, dog, they're about to have Jordan Davis, Hassan Reddick, and Jalen Carter on the same defensive line,
and Brandon Graham
backing that up too,
and Fletcher Cox,
and Nolan Smith. Which Nolan Smith, the hype around him was like the athletic traits coming out of the combine, not so much like on-field production, but like still looks pretty fucking promising. Looks like a freak of nature, and he's gonna be that's the part that hurts. But again, to ease it a little bit for just everybody else and myself, I have to keep reminding myself too, like maybe that was like the only place for him to go to be a surefire hit. I don't believe that, but it also would just make sense.
It's the most welcoming too. We got a caller on the phone.
Oh yeah, we got a full rack of calls for you guys.
Oh
so
shit,
Rack City, big.
I will send you Jim first.
What up though, Jim?
Jim, how you feeling?
Hey guys.
What's going on, man?
Feeling great. Calling from North Carolina.
Let's go.
Oh, damn.
NC in the house.
Yeah, man, I froze my ass off at that game where Carolina stomped all over them.
Yeah, man.
But I want to say that I think that the Gibbs pick, I think it's a great pick. I think that I listened to Adam this morning, and he was talking about, the numbers don't make sense because running backs don't win Super Bowls and things like that. But I think back to the Rams and the greatest show on turf and Marshall Faulk and how important he was to that offense as well. And when you listen to Brad, I think I read it. I don't think I heard him say it, but I read the first time he saw Gibbs was like at the Texas game, and he ran for 22 yards, but he had like 70 yards receiving.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and you hear the guy, and he's like, "You're going to be a weapon for our team." And so I think about that, and I think about, like, just looking at it from a statistics, this guy is a running back or whatnot. I think he's an integral piece, and when you have, if you want to make a Super Bowl run, first of all, you've got to have a running game, but also when you have a weapon like that, it's an integral piece to the offense, and I don't think it's a reach when you think about it from that angle.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I actually, Jim, I appreciate you calling in all the way from North Carolina.
For calling in, Jim.
Also, I love you calling in from North Carolina. North Carolina barbecue is not barbecue. It's just like freaking.
Oh man, the first day I came down here and said we're going for a barbecue, I was expecting hamburgers, hot dogs.
Yeah.
And it's like pulled pork.
Yeah, it's like pulled pork and like my mom used to use this stuff to clean the house. Apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yes.
No, I mean, it's not bad. You need coleslaw to make it work. But anyway, moving on from that. That's a heavyweight topic there. But, I disagree. I love my guy Adam. I disagree with the point that running backs can't help you win a Super Bowl. I look at the moment the Chiefs lost Patrick Mahomes in that game against the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was trying to credit my man Chad Henne for that drive.
Yeah.
Forgetting that there was like an 80-yard run mixed in there with it. You know what I'm saying? But then you also look at the performance that Pacheco had in the Super Bowl in itself, too. Like, it also sets the tone for the offense. I mean, just like we speak of Jared Goff, the best version of Jared Goff was with what? Todd Gurley. A healthy Todd Gurley. You know what I'm saying? Jim, I appreciate
it. And this guy's a burner.
Yeah, he is. And they say
can I
he's
say one more thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I say one more thing? When I just listened to that conference with Captain Jack, man, I get jacked just listening to his answers. Like, he's all about being here. Man. He's like, you can listen to Sheila, and she was like, "Oh, we just love your character too." I mean, that guy's I'm telling you, I got scared when Braylon said that a few weeks ago about him being slow and you don't want Big Ten linebackers. But man, the more you listen to Brad talking about him, and then like when Shep is excited about him too, I think it's a great pick.
Yeah, hell yeah! Appreciate you calling in, man.
Jim, appreciate you, brother.
That's for sure, man. There's a lot to be excited about. Like we said, these two guys, their potential is off the charts.
Yeah, but I'm texting Lucas and Booner in the back real quick too, because like I want to hear some clips from the Jack Campbell presser as well.
Yeah.
We didn't get to listen to because we're obviously prepping and getting ready for the show. But who else we got on the phone, JB?
Yeah, we got another caller, JB.
Oh yeah, I will send you guys. I'm Salty.
The man, the myth, the
legend. What up, Salty?
Salt, I know Salty's mad.
Yeah, Salty's big man.
I know Salty's mad.
In the chat. His cousin ain't putting out. What up, though, Salty?
What up, what up?
How you feeling,
man? What up, man?
I slept on it, and I still don't like it, man. And here's where I'm at. I don't like giving up a third in that trade. Okay, you're giving up future picks to move back. Is dumb to me. Okay, I understand we had to give it value and all that. I called in a few weeks ago. I told you guys I like Gibbs over Bijan. I told you that. He's faster. He's a better home run hitter, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think taking a guy at 12 when you already got Montgomery on your team, it kind of blows my mind. So this kid's going to be a second string guy, okay? Or he's going to be a gadget player, right? I don't think gadget players are 12 overall, in my opinion. But, we're going to see how it works out. It's not our job on the line, right? It's Brad Holmes' job on the line.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing that I want is a playoff win, guys. I don't care how we get it. I don't care if we got Willy Wonka playing linebacker. I don't care, okay? I want a playoff win in Detroit. I don't care who's doing it. Jack Campbell, he doesn't fit the mold of every linebacker. He's not Fred Warner. He's not a Hall of Fame Urlacher, okay? Everybody can stop that. He's Jack Campbell, okay? So the one thing I want him to realize is that this is not Iowa football anymore, okay? You're not going up against NIU. You're not tackling a kid that is going to be flipping burgers next week, okay? You're playing against the best of the best, the cream of the crop. You're playing against Justin. Is Justin Fields going to cross this kid over in the hole? That's what I'm worried about. Is Dalvin Cook going to come in and break his ankles and go to the outside without him knowing what to do, right? I don't like him learning from Anzalone, because look what Anzalone is, man. He's something I personally don't want at our linebacker. I don't want him learning from him, man. I feel like I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, at the end of the day, it ain't our jobs, man. It's Holmes. So if these picks don't pan out, he's getting fired, not me. So
it's true.
Got to be happy, I guess.
Those are all the same cons I had too. Is I feel like Gibbs was almost like that gimmicky guy, and you have Montgomery too, man. It's just those are the parts I didn't like about it. But
I feel like they don't see him as that. If they are very high on him to take him, I think they see him more of a Kamara CMC than a Tariq Cohen or name a gimmick running back. You know.
Yeah.
So we'll see. He's got a lot of potential. But Salty's right, man. It's
great call, Salty.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Don't disagree with anything you said, brother.
Appreciate you calling in, man, as always. But it's
time to talk about Alta.
There's a lot going on.
Oh, my bad.
The uptime is here.
Do you want to say one more thing?
No, it's good.
Oh. All right, guys. You guys know the drill. At Alta Equipment,
uptime
matters. Alta Equipment's got everything you need to get the job done. If you got a big project coming up, Alta Rent's got you covered. Make sure you guys give them a call today. It's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Again, that's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. It's Woodward Heavyweights, live on WoodwardSports.com. We'll be right back.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at WoodwardSports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy Joe, my guy Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
We are the Woodward Heavyweights. Shout out to Chris, JP, Smooth. A couple callers in line. Before we get to them, make sure you guys hit that like button. Just appreciate the support. 5-star views on all podcast platforms.
5 stars.
Shout out to Circa Sportsbook for getting your boy paid. All right, we went over the over-unders and the running backs and tight ends yesterday. Hey, boys, I'm just saying, your boy's cleaning up. Your boy cleaned up last night. Okay? Your boy cleaned up. But speaking of cleaning up, JB, let's clear through some of these phone lines. Who else we got?
All right, I will send you guys Dylan right now.
Dylan, how you feeling, man? Dylan.
Normally from Muskegon, Michigan, but calling you from Hawaii.
Oh,
nice. What time is it over there, man?
It's about noon.
Hell yeah, man. I'm truly jealous.
Yeah, me too. It's rainy as shit over here.
Oh, man. I fucking miss it.
I've never been to Hawaii.
It's fucking awesome.
Not nice, but I like the Gibbs pick. I just like the fact that he can do a lot of different things if we really need him to. Like that Swiss Army where we do a lot for the offense. But I guess the same with most people with the tech will say just defensively, I feel like we don't really run a lot of 3-step linebackers. So is it Deloney getting benched? Is Rodrigo getting benched? Campbell coming in here and there? Or I guess when you're looking at a 18 pick, you're looking for someone that's making an impact, and then we just paid Anzalone. Is he kind of getting scooted out a little bit? Is Rodrigo, who had a good season, getting pushed out a little bit? It's just I don't know, it's a little different, I think. But I think if we have a good second round, it'll make up for what a lot of people are the negative first round. I think if you come in and you get a couple of heavy hitters in the second round, it's really going to change perspective.
I appreciate you calling, brother, and I definitely agree with the point about the second round.
Man.
What island are you on out there in Hawaii?
Oh, he's going, you guys.
Oh, my bad.
Damn, JB.
No, you're good, JB.
No,
Savage.
Ruthless records.
I agree with that.
I agree with him too. Yeah, and he's right that we don't run 3 linebackers.
Exactly.
It's not a team that runs 3 linebackers. So if it's Rodrigo, if it's Anzalone, they're gonna have a competition, man. It's gonna be a competition.
Oh, mama.
We'll see what happens. It's
I'm not looking forward to having those conversations.
Yeah, as much as I love him.
Shut up.
I don't want to say it either.
Shut up.
Because that's my guy, dude. But he's earned himself a spot. He's earned himself to battle. Because he had a great season last year.
Absolutely.
So he's going to do everything he can. We know, man. You're not going to outwork Malcolm. Like, he's going to go in there. He's going to do what he has to do. So.
Mm-hmm. He's going to push Jack even more.
Anzalone. Please be Anzalone.
JB, what else we got?
No, Anzalone had a good year, too. Like, I like Anzalone.
Yeah.
Malcolm and Jack would be.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
I think the contract they put Angelina on is just perfect.
Imagine them like standing next to each other.
It's gonna be wild.
It would be so funny.
It's gonna be a wild optics for sure. Who else we got?
Jack's 6'5", Malcolm's 5'11".
Yeah.
That'd be pretty funny.
All right, we got a couple more calls here. I'll send you Malik.
Hello?
Malik, how you feeling?
Good. I'm calling in from D.C. How y'all feeling this day?
Good, man. How are you, Malik?
Good. Well, I just wanted to say, that everybody should just relax and, believe in Brad Holmes. Because if you look at over the last 2 years, almost everybody that he's drafted is starting on the team or making some kind of impact on the team. And then when I was looking at Gibbs' highlights this morning, I was like, Gibbs is a really good player. And then the last point that I wanted to give is that if you remember, last year he traded up to 12 to get Jamison Williams. So it looked like him and number 12, an Alabama player, go hand in hand.
Yeah, I mean, appreciate
you calling him, Malik.
Appreciate you calling him, Malik. It is pretty funny that he drafted a playmaker out of Alabama at 12 in the past 2 years.
Yeah, back to back.
But you'll never ever get a complaint from me drafting somebody off of Alabama. That's a fucking NFL factory, man. Nick Saban pumps out those guys. And
the running backs out of there are pretty nice,
running backs at Alabama are very nice. They're littered all over the league. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Najee Harris, Kenyon Drake.
Kamara count?
Kamara, no. I mean, he played there, but their running backs are always good. The receivers are always good, too. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what Gibbs can do. And he's right, man. It's Brad Holmes. Like I said, he's proven that he is elite at identifying talent. And so when Brad Holmes says, fuck your draft position, I'm going with the guys I like.
Yeah.
I have faith in that because he's proved that the guys he like are fucking ballers. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, I was pretty taken aback yesterday. I think everybody was. First initial reaction, but the more you look into it, the more you do like it. Both of these guys are playmakers on opposite sides of the ball, and both of them have freakish athletic traits.
Amen.
Which is what you need, man. It's not a slow man's league.
Speed kills.
Speed kills, and you just got the fastest running back and the most athletic linebacker.
I said it earlier. There's 3 for sure home run hitters like in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
The guys that can score from anywhere in the field. We got one. Matter of fact, I challenge people to call and name some more.
I'd say, yeah, you're right. Bijan, Gibbs, Hyatt.
And it gets a little dicey.
Yeah, maybe Quentin Johnston. He's not really a home run hitter, though, but
yeah,
he's a big play guy. We saw a couple of those big plays. Jaden Reed could be a home run hitter. He's got the speed to do it, that's for sure. But
who else we got, JB?
I will send you guys Steven,
how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up? Calling in from New York. How you doing?
Damn.
Hey, Steve, you wilding for respect, B.
All over the country. Hey, I'm walking in.
So I was just like you guys, very shocked, I guess you could say, with the first 2 picks.
Yes.
But when all this talk, that's one thing I keep saying is devalue positions. And I get that. But when you look at a guy like Jahmyr Gibbs, you're looking at a football player. If you're pinning him to just a running back, yeah, I get it. It's a reach. But this guy is going to be someone that every play when he's on the field, you're going to need to know where he is. What's he doing? The defense is going to be scrambling. That's why I think they went that. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't even when they were on the clock, I wasn't looking Gibbs. But you're getting a total football player that can make hell for defenses. I think that should count for something as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
and the same thing with Campbell. You know, you're getting a 6'5". I know you just said it. Malcolm Rodriguez is 5'11". This guy's gonna clog lanes. You know, the Vikings, they want to throw the ball. You know, I think they might not have been the sexy picks, but I think they were. Well, the Jahmyr Gibbs pick was, but I think these are 2 solid picks that, like you said, our GM's gonna go get the guys he wants, he values, and he don't give a shit about what anybody else thinks.
Facts.
100%.
You know.
No, I'm with you.
No, you can go.
No, the Jahmyr Gibbs one too. Like, I've heard I don't know about these ones, but the Deebo Samuel stuff. Like
Deebo Samuel, he's getting compared to Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, Elvin Kamara.
But nonetheless, I mean, Brad got a guy that he wants.
Yeah.
He's got a guy to be implemented in an offense that, by the way, was top 5 last year. With a weapon that was, at times you had DeAndre Swift, but DeAndre Swift still ain't as fast as what Jahmyr Gibbs is either.
Yes.
So I'm with you, man.
He doesn't have that breakaway speed. He's more shifty.
Yeah.
But like I said, with the devalued position, everybody wants to say, "Oh, don't draft a running back until like back in the day with the Rams drafted Gurley until he's the best running back in the league and he carries you to the Super Bowl." And Jared Goff is Jared Goff, and in those times because of that running game, it just opens things up for him. So it's like the linebacker, big middle linebacker, until we go against the Panthers in a season-deciding game and we give up 300 rushing yards. You know, so it's cool to say these positions are devalued and stuff, and I would have liked Nolan Smith at the end of the round instead of probably Campbell. But you want these football players that fit this system that you know are going to, you know, really improve this team from the inside out. Because at the end of the day, you know, you got to trust the GM, you got to trust Dan Campbell. I think they've earned that to this point, you know?
Yeah.
This motherfucker spin.
Yeah, I appreciate you calling in, Steven. And you're right, man. You're right.
Real quick to the Jahmyr Gibbs
Yo,
point,
have a
too.
good one, guys. Stay safe.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for tuning in with us. When you watch the highlights later tonight, and or tape, or whatever you decide to do, he literally manipulates the defenses like with the speed. Like he slows up. It's a little bit of the patience situation too. Like he'll slow up into one spot, and then the defender would gather up to make the tackle. Boom, off into a whole nother direction, and it's just like he makes the defender go where he wants you to go.
Yes, yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna meet you here, but I'm gonna be over here. Peace out.
And I like what he said about he's not just a running back. He's a football player. He's a weapon, man.
A weapon.
We have multiple weapons now.
Weapons.
Like he is a weapon. He is a guy you could put in multiple different things. He can do different things for you. So I'm excited, man. That kind of speed, you pair that speed, like I said, with Jameson Williams when he gets back. Amon-Ra St. Brown catching everything. Marvin Jones, another guy who, you know, a deep threat down the field, makes big plays. I'm excited for this team, man. I'm excited for this offense. I'm excited to see what happens. And we got, just like Brad Holmes cooking up the draft, Ben Johnson cooking up that offense that's gonna be a 5-star.
That's what I'm excited to see. Like what is Bam Margera? What will he do next? Yeah. Ben Johnson, what will he do next? Like he's got whole different weapon there in Jahmyr Gibbs to cook up with. I'm curious to see what that dish is going to be. But before we do that, Spinny, can you tell us about Planet Fitness?
I will, because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. You can get a full-body workout in just 30 minutes at a 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month, but you can't pull up to Planet Fitness and forget the perks, because with the Black Card, you get the use of amenities such as unlimited tanning, hydro massage, massage chairs, total body enhancement, and access to over 2,000 locations worldwide. So make sure you tap in club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Big Boy Strawberry Fest has officially arrived, and we're here to show you the very best flavors of the season. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our deep-fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and a slice of our classic strawberry pie. But that's not all. Cool off on a refreshing summer splash salad, or savor the flavors of our chicken Caesar wrap and strawberry bacon chicken wrap. And for breakfast lovers, don't miss out on our strawberry hotcakes or our mouth-watering red velvet waffle. Strawberry Fest is something for everyone. Celebrate the sweet season with us at Big Boy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Olafson, DC, the founder of the Custom Health Centers, and we've helped thousands of people learn how easy it is to lose weight and keep it off with our customized weight loss and body contouring programs.
With Custom Health, you don't feel hungry, you eat well. My name is Simeon Timbuk, and I've lost 71 pounds on the program.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by my guy Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
We are the Woodward Heavyweights Tag Team Champs of Royal Oak. Young Chris, the TD Move, JB Smooth.
I literally said.
I didn't know you made that public information. We'll talk about that in the show.
Yeah, Neil and D-Mac wanted me to say it on there, so I did.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey.
But I told him I was like yelling at Anson to like not do it.
Dude.
Because he was
fucking
fired up. And then I turn around and I see you over there with him. I was like,
oh shit.
Yeah, here we go again.
I'm gonna knock through these last four callers real quick and then get back into the show prep. But actually, who we got, JB?
I will send you guys Doughboy Steve.
Doughboy Steve,
the man, the myth, the legend.
103.
What up, mother?
What's going on,
Doughboy Steve?
You're out there beating young kids up in the street, Easy.
Hey, man, I was trying to get them to relax.
Yeah.
That's all I did.
Man, I tell you what, I'm gonna look at it like this. I'm gonna quit worrying about what pick they were took at, and worry about that they're lying right now. And the fact that they just added a bunch of speed to that offense.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna be so fast that they're gonna make fast teams look slow.
That's facts. It's facts.
I'm with you.
He's just another weapon for the Arsenal, and I know you love you some Jared Goff, and Jared Goff is very good at getting the ball to running backs out of the flats, intermediate routes, different things like that. So I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to have a very good time with Jared Goff as his quarterback.
Doughboy Steve.
I look at Jared Goff like this, man. He's a chess player. He's not the superstar y'all like to look at on the field, but he knows how to use all the pieces that are out there to play with,
Yeah.
For sure. Hey, Doughboy Steve, I appreciate you calling in. When we did the merch drop, I did like a random. Appreciate you, Steve.
Appreciate you calling in, man.
Did like a random numbers of like everybody who like bought some.
Yeah.
And Steve won. I sent him a Penny Sewell autograph.
Hell yeah.
I fucking low-key kind of wish I kept.
I mean, you got the Aiden Hutchinson one that you never gave to Mustache.
Mustache, he's supposed to come up here.
Yeah.
I got it in my car, but I'm gonna tell you I sold it, so I can just keep it. I do got a dope one from Aiden. I can give that one up. JB, who else we got?
Let me see. I will send you guys Nick.
Nick, how you feeling, Nick?
Hey.
What up, Nick?
What's going on, guys? What's up?
Not much. How you feel about those draft picks?
You know what? I'm going to say it like this, man. I'm from California. I was born in California, Orange County, my whole life.
Hell yeah.
I was born a Lion, so I'm a Detroit Lions fan forever. I'm going to say this, man. Trust the process. Let Brad cook. End of story.
Yeah.
I love Orange County. I've gone there 3 times in the past 4 years. Fucking John Wayne Airport. They got this big ass bronze statue of John Wayne in it. It's pretty dope. But
that's funny. It's funny.
It's funny. But you're right, man. You got to trust the process. Brad Holmes has given us enough to give him some faith in here. And the more I look into these picks, the more I look at these guys, what they bring to the team, the more I like it. So I'm just gonna let these simmer, let Brad Holmes cook, and hopefully he gets us some nice pieces in the second round.
That's the part too. Is like you need to let. Yeah, you need to let Brad cook, man. You need to let Brad cook because cooking. If you're making good food, there's some people you don't use seasoning. To those people, you're gonna burn in hell one day. But and that wasn't like a race thing, Chris.
Yeah, I know. You're like looking at me the whole time when you're staring at that take. But I know the camera's also there.
Your pop head stinky meat. I don't know. This made no sense. But anyway, no, I'm serious though.
Yeah, not a good kind of seasoning on that burger.
if you're cooking up, you're mixing things in the pot, right? Mm-hmm. So the first ingredient, Jahmyr Gibbs. Actually, no. We'll start number one. First ingredient, penne soup.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a nice hearty potato.
Yeah. Second ingredient, Jahmyr Gibbs. Right. So second round.
You skipped quite a few.
I skipped quite a few, but I'm cooking. This is dishes. We're making different dishes, right?
Okay.
This is an offensive dish. This is the running piece.
Yeah.
All right. This is a running piece of the offensive dish. We got penne soup. All right. Now throw a little Jahmyr Gibbs in there, and then there's a guard that a lot of people thought was going to go first round. Shot my guy Joey 2 times. Did not happen. Named Osiris Torrance. And you have an early pick in the second round. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
The two best guards are still available with Torrance and Steve Avila.
And I'm not saying it's going to happen. But if you're cooking up, there's another little ingredient you could throw in there tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the boys are live here on WoodwardSports.com. That Brad Holmes might throw in that pot. And
That'd be
continue to cook.
gnarly, dude. That would be gnarly.
You got to see it through, my boy. I couldn't get that one out there.
We got anybody else, JB?
Yeah, we got two more here. I will send you Chuck.
Chuck, how you feeling, brother?
What up, though?
What up, though, Chuck?
What up, though?
Chef, man. Every time. Chef.
Damn it, JB. No, I'm just kidding. Chef, how you feeling?
Man. I'm good, man. Since everybody's calling in from all around the world, I got to let y'all know I'm calling in from Australia right now.
Could not hear a single word you just said. One more. Say it one more time.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I said since everyone's calling in from around the world, I got to let y'all know I'm calling in from Australia right now.
Whoa, what?
For real?
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
A dingo ate my baby.
Throw some shrimp on the barbie.
Throw some shrimp on. That's wild.
What's going on, Chuck?
Yeah. How you
Chef
feel
Chuck?
about those pigs, Chef?
Hey, man, look. I'm just here to say that for all these devalued running back people, I'm a former running back myself. I'm very upset with that. We have to understand that, yes, they kind of try to say, okay, running backs are a dime a dozen, right? But then they really overlook the fact that whenever you have a star or a top-notch running back, the NFL pushes that guy out. Look at Derrick Henry. Look at Alvin Kamara. Like, these guys are kind of faces of the league at the running back position. So if you have a difference maker at the running back position, I don't understand why not take him at 12. Why not take him at 6? There's reports that Brad Holmes would have taken Jahmyr Gibbs at 6. He would have been comfortable with that. I'm a Bijan fan, okay, but I do recognize that they are very different backs, right? And then the scheme that we have, I think Jahmyr Gibbs fits it really well. You guys really talked about his running style. I mean, you'll see him downshift in the open field, and the defender is so paralyzed by his speed that he can just upshift and be back and forth in seconds. You know what I mean?
Amen.
So,
yeah, I saw it today. That's what changed my mind, honestly. It was like watching him be patient, and then if he exploded out of a hole and he found himself in that position, is like that's exactly what he did. He paralyzed the defender and then just fucking met him in the end zone. Like it was sick.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all said the full top was Le'Veon Bell. I saw some Le'Veon Bell there. But let's remember, and this is what I've been saying all over Twitter, I've been saying this all over social media. Let's remember, this guy that we took in the first round 2 years ago, who had an 80-yard run straight up the gut on Chicago Bears Monday night.
And blew the fucking
that guy had
off of Ford Field.
Problem. Right? Yeah, a concussion problem. All right? Mr. Javin Best. One of my favorite backs. I wish he would have been able to stay healthy, but I think this guy has the ability to be a healthy version of Javin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Appreciate you calling
there's no
in too,
concussion
man.
history with this guy. There's
All the
no
way from down under.
injury history with this guy. Like or actually that I know of. Actually, I'm not well versed in Jahmyr Gibbs' injury history. Do you?
I'm not. I think he's dealt with something, but nothing.
He had. I'm not. I was gonna say something that would have been disrespectful. Hey, appreciate you, Chef Chuck, from Down Under. By the way, JB,
what's up?
How did that turn to Chuck, bro?
Because like you guys are talking, and then I'm hearing the caller, so I can't differentiate basically you guys versus the caller. So it's so difficult. So I'm like, hey, I got the first letter right. Shit.
I don't know. I'm not seeing any injuries really.
No injuries?
I don't think so.
You love to hear it. You love to hear it. JB, who else we got? Who's the other guy?
All right, last one, Ronan 99.
Runyon.
What up, man?
What up, fella?
How you doing, man?
Hey, guys. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
So, I'm glad that Eazy's not, wasn't on the ledge last night because I was worried I was going to have to talk him down. What you see is a smart, strategic GM going after the guys that we wanted. Remember when people were losing their freaking minds because we weren't going to pay $60 million and $72 million for linebackers? Mm-hmm. This is why you don't. You draft linebackers. You don't, hand out giant contracts to them. You draft them. I'm more excited, and again, we'll be fine because the first pick was excellent. Second pick, I could not believe how many times I picked this guy, usually around the 50s, but his value obviously went up. But here's what I'm concerned about. I'm not concerned about. I'm fascinated with today. Where do we go? Because you have a number of interesting players, and we've got a 100-player gap on the board between our 51st pick and our 152nd pick, I think. Nearly a 100-person gap. So I can see trading Swift to add draft capital in that fourth round. But these next three picks are going to be terribly fascinating. Will there be a quarterback? Will there be a guard? But you bet your ass there's going to be a defensive tackle. So I'm looking at either Benton and Ika, I think, is still there too.
Yep.
And possibly Branch. But what I really appreciate is the strategic quality he's using in going after his guys. Last two quick thoughts. The Seattle Seahawks are going to have a stunning draft because they got 50,000 picks.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, back to back. So does Kansas City. Kansas City has a ton of second and third day picks. So I like what we've done. Kudos to the Eagles, but we're not them. They're not us. We're cooking it up our own special Lion stew right here. So, guys, have faith. Have a great weekend. I'm loving the work that you guys are doing. Party on, drink on, smoke on, do you. And one last quick thing. Everybody, is the defense going to change? That's the real question. Are we going to see more 5-3? I'm sorry,
no,
4-3.
Well, I mean, I think against teams like the Chicago Bears, because their quarterback can't really throw, shots fired. Maybe more like 4-3 scenarios in that one. But the league, I mean, you heard Coach Shep. If you didn't listen to Coach Shepard's interview today, thank you for calling in too, Runyon.
Yeah, appreciate you calling in.
Got so used to messing around calling you, Runyon.
Thanks,
actually
guys.
did it.
Appreciate you calling in, Ronan.
But in those scenarios, against teams like that, I can see the 4-3 being deployed. But it's kind of the style of the league today. When you go nickel, you kind of just go those two linebackers, and you have a guy out there who covers so much space. And he's kind of smart. What I've been able to get from Jack Campbell out there, when reading the field and making plays, and you have all these other playmakers around him in the secondary. I think it's going to be a lot more still the 4-2, but it's just whether it's going to be Malcolm Anzalone. That's conversation we're probably going to have during the summer during camp battles.
Look at Marcelo Ventura in the Woodward Sports chat said, "Yo, I just sharded." You don't have to out yourself like that, bro. But no, I agree with you, man. Especially with the amount of quality secondary players we have now, I don't see them straying from the 4-2. You got two great safeties. You got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson who can play safety, nickel, anywhere. Cam Sutton can play outside, inside. Emmanuel Mosley, Jerry Jacobs, whoever gets that other outside position. They're going to use all those guys. They're weapons out there, and teams throw the ball a lot. So I would be very surprised if we saw a 4-3 unless it was like what you said against the Bears or a team that is going to run the ball a lot.
When we get back, what?
I'm just happy the Bears didn't get Jalen Carter.
Yes, me too. I immediately thought that same thing. When we get back, though, I want to take some time and predict what's going to go on tonight.
Okay.
For Detroit Lions. Well, what else is Brad Holmes going to cook for us? What else type of insurance is going to gather for the Detroit Lions? But not before I tell you guys about the place for insurance. That's Swiss. Swiss Insurance, we need to go for both your personal and business protection. Swiss Insurance, my guy Mark specifically has got you covered. And you guys can contact him easily just by emailing mark@swissins.com. Again, that's mark@swissins.com. Make sure you tap in with him and tap back in with us as we predict the second round for Detroit Lions. Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag out. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, Allen! Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling pin game called bowling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play and private lane reservation for $120. If you get thirsty, they got a $2 mystery beer vending machine and multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you go check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at bowlingwarehouse.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris Nativo, JB Smooth. Why you smiling, Chris?
What?
Why are you smiling at?
Because I'm watching you kick your leg.
Oh, like a little kid. Hit the like button if you guys haven't already.
Kicking his leg like a schoolgirl.
Hit the like button. 5-star review on all podcast platforms. The Detroit Lions, obviously with the move they made back to 12, gathered another for a second-round pick. And before then, they got another second-round pick for T.J. Hockenson, and they had their own second-round pick. 3 of them.
Yeah.
Tonight is going to be active. Brad Holmes not the greatest in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
But given a little bit of what's on the draft board, if you don't mind, I got some names I'd like to read. Unless, do you have a list there too?
Of who's available?
Yeah, it's just like big board guys in the second round.
Yeah,
Maz gave us a lot.
He hooked it up, bro.
Like,
yeah,
does he know I can't read?
I got a list right here of who's available in the second round. What do you want me to list?
No, you guys I'll throw some names.
People that I like?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just throwing names out in general, right? Because here's some names that some people thought were going in the first round. I'm going to start with Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah.
That was a piece that we thought was like almost just made no sense for the Steelers to pass upon him. I thought it could happen, and it did. I didn't know it would be for offensive linemen, but it makes sense they did because they got a young quarterback. But that's one.
Mm-hmm.
Keon White. We both liked his edge rusher. There's reports for both the Colts. And I've seen one mock to the Lions so far in the second round. And I don't know if I'm actually even upset about this, but Will Levis, I believe is the name.
I think it
Will
is.
Levis,
yeah,
quarterback out of Kentucky.
I think it's Levers.
I've seen some stuff. The Lions might be looking at him. Brian Branch.
Did you see this though?
Made it out of the
about
first
Will
round.
Levis, the stat.
No,
This
it
is
is crazy.
banana.
Chance to be
Wow.
picked in the first round. Wow.
That is pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean the rumors.
Why does his face look like that? Did you see all the baddies he was sitting with too?
Yeah, what was going on there?
I don't know. His girlfriend is fine as fuck.
Like that was like some BY. I thought he was like went to BYU. All them girls he had around him.
There was
some Mormon shit.
I don't know
going
if
on
those
there.
are all his sisters or like his girlfriend's friends, but they were all fine.
It was his girlfriend, his mom, and then his 2 sisters.
Okay, yeah.
Man.
Will Levis, both of your sisters are bad.
Who's got the hotter family, him or Aiden?
Ooh.
I have to do my homework on Will's.
Yeah.
To answer that.
It's close, man.
You know what?
I think Aiden's mom's hotter than Will's mom.
This will be a summer
But both
topic.
of their sisters are very attractive.
Moving on, Brian Branch.
Yeah, Brian Branch is
Chilling
still
in the
there.
second round. That's something I thought could happen. Didn't know if it would happen for sure or not, but it is. I don't know. I don't think that's a pick for the Lions to make. It's not a need, but if Brad Holmes truly going BPA, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, actually, real quick, back to the Jack Campbell thing just briefly. If Brad Holmes truly going BPA, do you think Jack Campbell's a BPA pick or a linebacker pick? Like, we need a linebacker. Like, you think it was a depth chart pick or
I think it's a little bit
true
of both.
BPA?
I think it's a little bit of both. They know that is one of their needs, and he was one of the best players graded, and I thought he was the number 1 linebacker. I know Trenton Simpson was up there with him too, but
like, and this is per my evaluation, which again, Brad Holmes and his team, I'm giving them more credit than myself, but the only name really, I could see it being BPA. Maybe Banks and JSN. The only names I'd for sure say maybe could be or
you know
better,
how much
just
people would lose their minds
if it was JSN?
If Will Levis gets taken by the...
Dude, they would lose their shit.
People will go ape shit.
I'm almost rooting for it just to see the chaos.
Yeah.
Falling like round 1.
It'd be great for our job.
Yes. It'd be fucking amazing. Darnell Washington, a guy that I'm open to taking in the second round.
Mhm.
Hendon Hooker, a guy I'm open to taking in the second round. Keanu Benton, a position needs to be addressed.
Like Javon Dexter.
Dexter, that's another one too, man.
Osiris Torrance, Steve Avila.
Trenton Simpson, I think they're probably done with that one. Jalen Hyatt. I mean, there's lots.
There's Jonathan Mingo, and we got 3 picks.
3 of them boys.
3 of them boys.
They're getting one of these guys on this list that we just read off is becoming a Detroit line. No?
Yeah, yes, for sure.
Who?
I think it's gonna be Torrance, man.
I got a feeling too.
I really do. Like they watched him more than anybody. The guard position is a need, and he grades out well. I don't know if they'd take him over Avila though, but I don't mind it if they do.
Yeah.
Torrance he's a big man.
JB, is there who do you want in the second round?
I was hoping for Joey Porter.
I wouldn't be mad at that either.
Who'd you say in the back though? Who'd you say in the back though?
Oh, I definitely want to Hendon Hooker.
Hendon Hooker?
Yeah.
Nice.
We need a QB, so.
Hendon Hooker or Will Levis?
Hooker, come on.
You take Hooker over Levis?
Yeah. Something about the guy, I don't trust him. I don't know. Him sitting in the...
He just puts mayo on his fucking coffee.
He puts mayo on his coffee. He eats bananas just straight raw with the peel on it. I don't know. Seeing him sit in the draft room that whole entire time just brings me Aaron Rodgers vibes so much.
That's a good point.
I mean, fuck, if he's going to be Aaron Rodgers then.
But not like Aaron Rodgers skill vibes, like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, like
head case vibes.
Yeah.
It's weird for me too because I like Hendon Hooker. I think Hendon Hooker obviously is a better prospect just purely based off skill than Will Levis. I think you'd say based off his 2 years at Tennessee. But if I'm being honest with you, like if we take Hendon Hooker, I could see a career path for him. I think we did this actually a couple weeks ago too. We were making like pro comps, or GMs had pro comps. I was like trying to guess them or see what mine were versus them. I feel like Hendon Hooker could land up and end up being like a career backup, which isn't necessarily.
You said Teddy Bridgewater, right?
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater, which isn't necessarily a bad thing for the Detroit Lions. Like obviously, it's still a position they want to address and they need as a backup they have some faith in and a guy they want to develop. But if it's truly that last statement I made, a guy they want to develop, if I'm being honest with you guys, I don't see it happening. Because this guy we built up as the next guy, he'd become the one where people are calling in, hey, Jared Goff fucked up. We need to see Will Levis.
Yeah.
That's a guy I feel like that could be developed. I'm not telling you I want him, but like
Matt Miller's NFL pro comp is Carson Wentz.
For Will Levis?
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I
Russ
mean,
said his pro
prime
comp
is
was
fire.
Matt Stafford.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I synced it. I synced it with my own eyes.
But when I'm looking with people on this list right now, I already talked about Osiris Torrance. I like him a lot. Jonathan Mingo or Jalen Hyatt. Cam Smith. Cam Smith's still out there if you want to grab a cornerback. And there's, whether it's Ika, Benton, or Javon Dexter, there's good defensive tackle prospects as well. So if you grab a guard, a tackle, or a guard, a defensive tackle, and a wide receiver with these 3 picks, I'd be happy.
You said guard, defensive tackle, yeah.
And a wide receiver.
All right.
You don't even have to get a wide receiver. I'd rather have Cam Smith than a wide receiver.
Yeah.
But if it's Jalen Hyatt.
I wish I thought to take these days off, like yesterday and today, because like it would have kind of been cool to we did the big board for the first round. Kind of been cool
Do
to
it again?
Yeah, for the second. Because who would be one on yours? I think I'd go
probably Avila or Brian Branch.
I think I'd go. Oh man, Yeah, pound for pound. If we're doing big board, like pound for pound, best football player.
Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah. Or I'd probably go with Torrance. Then I'd probably go to Branch. Selfishly, maybe Benton. Maybe not selfishly, but I have high hopes for that guy.
I'd go Joey Porter Jr., Torrance, Levis, Branch, Avila, Hyatt, Michael Mayer. Cam Smith would be up there too. Trent Simpson, Drew Sanders.
Drew Sanders.
Obviously, we're not getting a linebacker, but
they might.
Yeah, he does like to double down. I'd be very surprised though.
Yeah, I feel like with the Jack Campbell pick, it was more so like for the leadership.
Deion Henley's still up there.
The leadership aspect of it.
Kendrick Miller. There's a lot of good players still available.
Yeah.
And we got three of them things.
All right. If we haven't made it clear enough, we will be going live for the whole second round. Booner, Flannel Sam will be joining the show. I'm gonna bully Jeff Fife, Freddie, and Michael Gentry to maybe V-Mix in or something if possible. I don't know. But we will be live for the whole entire second round. Before we do that, Smitty.
Yeah.
Give me, like, you got to put $1,000
on a player.
Yeah, to become a Detroit Lion tonight.
Osiris Torrance.
I think I'm with you. And I also would probably grade that a B-Tay.
Yeah.
Chris?
Joey Porter Jr. But that's more of a hope for me. I just really want them to address cornerback.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I really want them to address defensive tackle, man. I just don't know
They're
who
going
it's going
to.
to be.
Yeah, they have to. That would
guarantee it.
That's the smart money. Like if you're putting money on something,
it's
you
gonna
put
be
it
Dexter,
on a D
bro.
tackle.
Dexter?
They were at so many Florida
They're
games.
at Florida a lot, you're right.
Grabbed two Gators in the second round.
I was going to ask what was he projected as, but, like, did that fucking matter? Jack Campbell?
Yeah, no, I mean, he's projected late second.
JB, you're the gambler, man. Who it is?
Either Hendon Hooker.
You put money on Hendon Hooker, like confident?
Put a thou on it?
I wouldn't mind. Hey,
Hooker or
don't
Porter?
let them
No,
bully
I'm
you,
not.
JB.
No, I'm. If you,
Oh, no, yeah.
Like I know. I'm just saying that's.
Hey,
confidence.
they've talked to him before, so
It's true. You were chilling with him at the Senior Bowl.
I mean, I wasn't chilling with him. I wish
Ray
I was.
Agnew.
Ray Agnew. Yeah.
You saw him?
Yeah, man.
How'd that conversation go again?
Hey, look, Hooker. Look. I'm thinking about taking you a little later in the round. You down with that?
Yo, I'm definitely clipping that.
Hey, look, Hooker.
hey, look, Hooker. I'm thinking about taking you. You down with that?
You think Brad Holmes is talking to his prospects like a pimp? Like, yeah, you down with that? That's
Ray
wild.
Agnew most certainly is.
Ray Agnew is for sure.
Hey guys, we
Spike
appreciate you tapping in with us. Do we have any more?
Yeah, we can do these reads real quick, and then
Okay.
and then we are gonna get out of here though, because we gotta close some things down and make sure we got everything ready for the stream. We're going live at 7 for the second round of the NFL draft, so make sure you tap into that. First, let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's, because you can walk into any Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, one for you, one for your wife, girlfriend, or best bud, or you can give it to me, because I don't have a car. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. And back to back, let me tell you about Custom Health Centers. Are you feeling tired, unmotivated, depressed, low sex drive, muscle loss, or belly fat? Testosterone optimization therapy is a safe and effective way to restore your vitality, confidence, and performance, and reduce heart disease. Visit CustomHealthCenters.com today. That's CustomHealthCenters.com. All right, everybody, we're out.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.